Hey y'all, it's Passport Bro Visuals. Yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video, a quick update. I wanted to say the channel called Jerry's Turn, aka Jay Rello. Uh, it looks like his channel was deleted. His burner video, burner account called Jerry's Turn. Yeah, I think it's gone, and it's just a quick update on my from my last video. Yeah, like I was saying, that's kind of what I was thinking, what I kind of predicted. That was my biggest fear for him, to lose his channel, stay there longer and lose even this channel, because now he lost two channels behind this trip, and he can't say that the trip that he first got stuck out there in Sasua. He can't say that's his worst trip. Now it's got to be this one because, like I say, he lost now two channels behind it, and that was my fear with this trip, with him staying longer and eventually losing this channel and him basically being stranded. Now it looked like he might be stranded potentially in Kenya, in Nairobi, Kenya. But yeah, he should have been left. If I was him, I would have left. You know, 3 days tops, 2 days, 3 days tops, and probably just had that one interview with Razor Rays. But I would have been gone probably the next day or something like that. But yeah, he kept pushing the right buttons, and it looks like his channel's gone now. So yeah, that was my biggest fear for him. But because his last live, the one he did with for the fundraiser, yeah, he only picked up $200, and it was barely $200 at that. I was watching his live and Razor's live, kind of bumping back and forth, and yeah, his live I saw when he finished it. I was like, okay, I see 200 because it was sitting at 192 for like the longest. I think maybe like 2 hours. So now, yeah, like he was able to get another $8. Like I said, he got the $200, and now he's kind of stuck. But like I said, his fan base ain't really fans of him like he think they are. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's messing him up. He think it's less people on giving him money to have him mess up versus more people as far as having him go on these trips. But really, it's pretty much all of them. Kind of similar to situation with Floyd early on. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Yeah, it's looking bad for him. He should have been left probably within those 3 days, but he can't keep bringing these girls over there and having a problem, and the problem is you. And he kept saying it all these lives, at least after that first incident. They always want something, trying to hustle or whatever. Well, you just in one of those countries, you know what I'm saying, where that kind of happens. And they been more upfront with it, and that's one of those countries that they're going to side with their people, with the locals, more so than the foreigner, you know. And now it's looking like he's potentially going to be stuck out there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he should have left 3 days tops after that incident. I know it's kind of rough because you want to, really, you should really just spend 2 weeks. If you're going to go that far away, you should only do like 2 weeks out there. You shouldn't really do three. That's why you're trying to do this right here, to be there one more week, to make it 2 weeks. I know, like I said, you kind of messed it up, first 5 days into the trip. But like one of the guys I was saying on Razor's Live, I believe, yeah, you got to kind of, ease into a place instead of just going, buck gung ho, right away. You know what I'm saying? I saw how he was talking on that one live, I guess with KG, talking about, talking to the girls and stuff like that. Like the girl said, hey man, you gotta talk to her with some respect. Even if the girl was a worker, you know what I'm saying? So clearly he don't think they unattractive like that, because like I said, he tried to talk to him. But yeah, this is 100% on him, and he's in a whole lot of trouble. You know what I'm saying? But he got to get out of there. There's no reason at this time to try to go to to Thailand, because I really was kind of fearing that issue the first time when he went to Thailand. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the girls' looks and stuff like that, and like he'll go on and on and on and on and on about their looks. But now since it happened in Kenya, if he were to go to Thailand, it's gonna be more polarizing if he makes those types of comments. Because like I said, he's a pookie, so he's used to a certain type of build because he's used to getting that type of physique from getting play from a woman with that certain type of physique. You know what I'm saying? So he's not used to that. I'm not saying he's not used to no. He's just used to a certain type of build of a woman versus a guy who may or may have not had that many black women or Hispanic women. They can still appreciate their own women, but they can also appreciate women who don't necessarily have that type of build. And but yeah, that's what I was kind of fearing out there in Thailand the first time. So, but now, yeah, it's looking pretty bad for him. Like I said, if he gets another channel, he's got to do his lives, and he's got to go gung ho. Hopefully, he don't spend that $200. I would say strictly away from all women until he leaves, going back to Gary, because he got to reset at this point. I know it was kind of rough because, like I said, he that incident happened 5 days into the trip, but that's also him trying to be gung ho too, to do everything when he just can try to ease into it, and now he claims he so-called like it now. But I think that's just him saving face. But if he really should just save face by leaving, and then just leaving it at that, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's kind of where he's at right now, and it's looking bad. Hopefully, he don't get arrested. But as far as like Thailand is a country, but it's a kingdom. So I think they would be less tolerant of his behavior. But however, I will say this though, I knew even before he took the first trip to Thailand, Thailand was, as far as what he wants to do on YouTube, and even with Twitter, like Thailand is the best place for him. In regards to that, I know a lot of brothers don't like that. I don't care for it either. But as far as the type of fuckery he does, Thailand is probably his best bet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna do a lot of that and stay within the bounds of not getting in trouble. So, but yeah, as right now as it stands, I'm gonna get off the video. As it stands, it looks like his channel's gone. Like I said, Jerry's turn, aka J Rello, and you heard it from me. See y'all later.